If you're looking for a community in Northwest Houston that offers tree-lined streets, top-rated schools, and homes with character, then you're going to want to stick around and learn more about Copperfield. This is not just any neighborhood, it's the one I called home for over 15 years. My daughters grew up here, went to school here, and I can tell you firsthand why so many families love it. From affordable home prices to a strong sense of community, Copperfield has something for everyone. But is it right for you? So let's dive in. So where exactly is Copperfield? We're talking about a master plan community in Northwest Houston located right off Highway 6 and Highway 290 with easy access to I-10 and Beltway 8. That means whether you're commuting to downtown Houston, the Energy Corridor, or Cypress, you've got multiple options. Now, here's what makes Copperfield unique. It's not just one big neighborhood, it's actually 7 villages, each with its own personality and home styles, and it's spread across 2,000 acres. The villages include Copperfield Place, Copperfield Middlegate, Copperfield Southdown, Copperfield West Creek, Copperfield South Creek, Copperfield Northmead, and Copperfield Easton Commons. This neighborhood was built in the 1980s and throughout the 1990s, and Copperfield was designed with families in mind. That means you'll find walking trails, green belts, playgrounds, and 7 community pools. Plus, this area has a ton of trees, something you don't get in newer neighborhoods, where it takes years for landscaping to mature. All right, let's talk about what you can actually get for your money in Copperfield. One of the biggest reasons people choose this neighborhood is because of its affordable home prices, especially compared to newer master plan communities in Northwest Houston. So what does pricing actually look like? Most homes here are going to range from about $275 to $450, but that's going to depend on a few key factors like size, updates, and where it's actually located in the neighborhood. So let's break it down. You can expect to get a smaller starter home from around $275 to $325, a mid-sized family home from around $325 to $375, and a larger home, which is about 2,800 square feet, big backyard, maybe even a pool, for $375 to $450. Now to compare, if you were looking at a similar sized home in Bridgeland or Town Lake, you'd be paying at least $200,000 more, sometimes even higher if you're looking at a new construction. And here's the thing, new construction homes often come with tiny lots, whereas Copperfield homes sit on larger lots with mature landscaping and trees. That's a huge perk for people who actually want more outdoor space. So what do homes look like in Copperfield? Unlike newer neighborhoods with cookie-cutter floor plans, homes here have a lot of architectural variety and personality. You're going to see a mix of traditional brick homes, 2-story, single-story options, some Tudor styles, and even some contemporary designs. Homes with detached garages, cul-de-sac lots, and bigger backyards. Because these homes were built in the 1980s and 90s, you'll find a mix of original homes with fully updated homes. Some homes have modern renovations with open concept kitchens, quartz counters, and luxury vinyl plank flooring. Others still have original wooded cabinetry, wallpaper, and carpet, which means you can find a great deal if you're open to updating it yourself. For buyers looking for turnkey, fully updated homes, you'll be on the higher end of the price range around $400 to $450. But if you don't mind putting a little elbow grease, you can find homes in the low $300s that just need some cosmetic updates. One of the biggest advantages of Copperfield homes are the lot sizes, meaning plenty of backyard space for kids, pets, or even a pool. And if you love spending time outside, this is a huge bonus. A lot of the newer master plan communities have tiny lots, where your backyard is basically a small strip of grass with no trees. In Copperfield, you're going to get actual yard space, which is becoming harder to find in the Houston suburbs. Plus, many homes already have covered patios, outdoor kitchens, or even private pools, making it move-in ready for those who love to outdoor entertain. Now let's talk about something that buyers always ask me about: property taxes and HOA fees. Copperfield's HOA fees are pretty reasonable compared to newer communities. You're looking around $600 to $900 a year, depending on which village you're located in, and that fee covers community pools, parks, walking trails, and greenbelt maintenance. For comparison, newer master plan communities, let's say like Bridgeland, have HOA fees that range between $1,400 to $3,000 depending on where you're located. So you get a lot of the great amenities at a much lower cost in Copperfield. Now, property taxes. This is another hot spot. Property taxes in Copperfield are around 2.4 to 2.6, which is actually lower than many communities. A lot of new construction neighborhoods in Cypress have rates between 3.2 to 3.7 because of the new development infrastructure. picture. That means on a $350,000 home, your property taxes in Copperfield could be around $8,700. In Bridgeland, you're looking at over $11,000. That's a huge difference when it comes to monthly payment. So if you're comparing homes in different areas, don't just look at the sales price, look at the HOA fees, property taxes, because that makes a huge impact on your monthly cost. If you're looking for a home with character, outdoor space, and a strong community feel without breaking the bank, this is an area that you definitely need to consider. Okay, so if you have kids or plan to in the future, schools are a huge factor in choosing a neighborhood. Copperfield is zoned to Cy-Fair ISD, which is one of the largest and most respected districts in Texas. In fact, it's the third largest school district in the entire state, serving over 118,000 students. Now, the specific schools your kids will attend depends on which part of Copperfield you live in. But here's the quick breakdown. For elementary schools, your children are going to attend one of these 4 elementary schools: Lowry Elementary, Feist Elementary, Owens Elementary, or Holmesley Elementary. These schools offer gifted and talented programs, bilingual education, and strong parent-teacher involvement. Lowry and Feist in particular have received high ratings for their academic performance and extracurricular options. For middle school, your children will attend either Aragon Middle School or Libi Middle School. And I can tell you from personal experience, Aragon has an amazing theater and band program and some of the best teachers in the district. It's also a school where students are really encouraged to get involved in sports, clubs, and fine arts. And for high schools, your kids will be either zoned to Cy Falls High School or Langham Creek High School. Both of these schools have solid academic programs, but Cypress Falls has really made a name for itself in advanced placement courses, athletics, and fine arts. Langham Creek has an excellent athletics program and has produced some very strong Division I athletes. And let me just say, Cy-Fair ISD invests heavily in its schools, so you're getting access to top-tier facilities, technology, and programs. So both of my girls attended Lowry Elementary, Aragon Middle School, and Langham Creek High School, and I can say that we were incredibly fortunate and pleased with all 3 schools. I might be a little biased, but I don't think you can really go wrong attending any of the schools that are listed and zoned to Copperfield. All right, so what it actually looks like to live in Copperfield. Well, I can tell you this community is all about connections. It's one of those places where people wave at each other on the street, where kids ride bikes to school, and where you can still find mom and pop businesses that have been around for decades. So my daughters grew up here, spent summers in the neighborhood pools. We went out trick-or-treating with all the neighbors. Every house went all out for Halloween. And you can frequently see families gathered in the front yards on the weekends and evenings in their lawn chairs, enjoying the company of their neighbors, watching their kiddos play, and enjoying a cold beverage. This really is a reason so many families stay here for decades. And let's talk about the local amenities. You are so close to Kroger, H-E-B, Starbucks, and some amazing locally owned restaurants, all within a few minutes drive. So is Copperfield the right fit for you? Well, let's break it down. This neighborhood offers a lot of value, but it's not for everyone. So let's talk about who would thrive here and who might want to look elsewhere. First, families. If you have kids or are planning to start a family, Copperfield is a fantastic place to raise them. The schools are solid, there are tons of parks and green spaces, and there's a real community feel here. The one thing I love about Copperfield is that it's not a transient neighborhood, meaning families move in and they stay for years, some for decades. That means your kids could grow up with the same group of friends, and there's a sense of stability and connection that's hard to find in new, fast-growing areas. Plus, there are so many kid-friendly activities, from summer swim teams to holiday events like the neighborhood Easter egg hunts and the annual Christmas Parade of Lights down Highway 6. So second is going to be our first-time home buyers. If you're a first-time home buyer, Copperfield is a great choice. You get a lot more house for your money compared to a newer master plan community like Birchland or Town Lake, where home prices are going to start much higher. So for example, in Copperfield, you can find a 2,500 square foot home with a yard for around $350,000. In Bridgeland, the same size home would cost you at least $550,000 or more. Plus, because Copperfield is an established neighborhood, you're not dealing with new construction headaches, delayed builds, surprise builder fees, or having to pay a premium just to get a decent yard size. The homes here were built in an area where lot sizes were bigger and the HOAs weren't as strict. So if you want more space, a great location, and a budget-friendly price, Copperfield is definitely a smart move. So third, we're going to have our commuters. If you commute for work, Copperfield really is a central location and gets you around Houston. So you're just about 5 to 10 minutes away from Highway 6. About 10 minutes to Highway 290, which gets you easy access to Cypress, downtown, or the Galleria. And you're 15 minutes from Beltway 8, which gets you to the Energy Corridor, Katy, or Sugar Land. And then you're about 30 to 45 minutes to downtown Houston, traffic depending. So unlike some of the newer communities further out in Cypress or Waller, you're not stuck on one major road with limited options. You can easily switch between freeways based on traffic, and that makes a huge difference in your daily commute. And if you don't want to drive every day, there are Metro park and ride options nearby that you can take straight into the city. Okay, and then fourth is going to be those who want a sense of community. Copperfield is not one of those neighborhoods where you never meet your neighbors. In fact, I say it's the opposite. People here actually get to know each other, whether it's through the neighborhood pools, HOA events, school functions, or even just walking trails. There's a strong sense of community that you don't find everywhere. And let's be real, when you live in a neighborhood where people care about their homes and their community, it makes life so much better. It also helps with home values in the long run. Okay, so while Copperfield has a lot of great things going for it, it is truly not for everyone. And here are a few reasons why it may not be a right fit for you. So if you want brand new construction, if you are someone who only wants a brand new home with modern finishes and no updates needed, Copperfield may not be your best choice. These homes were built in the 80s and 90s, which means some still have original cabinets, tile countertops, or the popcorn ceilings. Now, the upside of that is that many homes have been fully remodeled. But if you're set on a brand new home with builder warranties, you might want to look in areas like Bridgeland, Town Lake, and Ellison. If you want ultra low HOA fees with no restrictions, this may not be the place for you. Copperfield's HOA is very, very reasonable compared to other master plan communities, but it's not free. If you're looking for a place where you can park multiple RVs in the driveway or paint your house neon green, this probably isn't the neighborhood for you. The HOA does have rules, but they exist to keep home values strong and the neighborhood looking nice. Okay, and then if you need to get downtown every day, you may want to rethink living here. While Copperfield is so convenient and it's a decent commute, if you work downtown Houston, you need to be there every day. You might find that drive very frustrating, especially in rush hour. If you're working from home or have a hybrid schedule, it's totally manageable. But if you want to be within 15 minutes of downtown, you might want to look places like Heights, Oak Forest, or Spring Branch instead. So after all that, does Copperfield sound like the right fit for you? If you want a community-focused, family-friendly neighborhood with affordable homes and great schools, this could be an absolutely fantastic choice. But if you need new construction, don't want to deal with HOA rules, or need to be in downtown in less than 15 minutes, it's not going to be the right fit for you. If you're thinking about making a move and want to talk about homes available in Copperfield or anywhere in or around Houston, reach out. I'd love to help you find that perfect home. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. I'll see you in the next one.